What's up, everybody? This is E the Prophet here to do another video. Well, actually, I should say Minister Erskine Gibson, the modern day prophet, here to do another video. And this video is going to be called The True Significance of the Numbers 0 through 9. And this video will put numerology to shame. And once again, that's not clickbait. I'm really I'm going to bring it to y'all this video. And the last video was very powerful. And this video will be just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the last one. And in this video, I'm going to explain to y'all why 0 through 9 is so significant. And I'm going to tell you the significance of it as it pertains to our existence. And I really got some really powerful info for y'all today. And I really hope y'all can understand where I'm coming from and what I'm saying. And I hope y'all enjoy the video. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is go back to the infinity line that I showed y'all in the last video, where we have the 0 balancing the negative and positive 1. And I want to talk about the 0 for a minute. I really want to explain to y'all what the 0 is before we go forward. If you go back to the beginning of everything, before anything was created, before there was any matter, there was the 0. The 0 is metaphysical, which means it doesn't have a physical form. It has no matter. It has no gender. It has nothing. It's just a force that exists. It's there with no way to see it, touch it, anything. Now, this force balances our existence. The first 0, the first instance of 0, because that is the only instance of anything that exists with no physical form. The 0. Now, after 0, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 through 9 are the first instances of matter. So if you look at 0 through 9, and then, now understand, we're looking at this through a mathematical perspective. This is not the reality. This is the mathematical source code. So if you look at 1 through 9, they are the first instances of matter. And 0 through 9, if you look at any number in existence, every number is going to include 0 through 9. So 0 through 9, you can kind of say, is the basis for everything else in existence. Everything else, everything in existence starts off with the 0 through 9. Now, instead of thinking of 0 through 9, in fact, one other thing I needed to, okay, you got 0 through 9. Now, then you have 10. 10 comes next. So the 0 comes back. And what that means is all matter is always enclosed within the zeros. Because you got your first 0 at the beginning, and then you have 10. Then you have 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way to infinity. So all matter, which is the 1 through 9, is always going to be in between two zeros. Now, instead of thinking of 1 through 9 as this, I'm going to have to use a notepad because, excuse me, give me, I just got a little something going on my nose. Excuse me. So instead of looking at 1 through 9, can y'all see that like that? Instead of looking at it like that, I want y'all to think of 1 as 1. I want y'all to think of 2 as 1, 1. 3 is 1, 1, 1. 4 is 1, 1, 1, 1. 5 is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All the way up to 9. I want you to think of it as ones instead of the digits we know of. And so you should get something that looks like this. Can y'all see that? Hopefully y'all can see that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, hopefully y'all can see that. So think of it like this. So when you think of it like that, you're thinking of it as the 0 in the beginning and then these ones. So basically, what that means is our existence from the very beginning. And I'm not talking our universe. Our universe is nothing. I'm talking about the beginning of everything. Everything was programmed with zeros and ones from the very beginning. Everything. Because now I didn't show you, I could have, to make that more accurate, I probably should have had a 0 in front of all of them. But I really wanted to impress upon you that we're talking about matter, 1 through 9. Now, the 0 also serves another function, I believe. The function for sure is to maintain the balance of our existence, the balance between matter. But it also controls the programming of the matter, meaning everything is programmed. That's why, now understand, let me say once again, this is mathematical. Everything mathematically is programmed, created with zeros and ones. That's why when we send information, we use zeros and ones. That's the language of our existence, zeros and ones. Now, let me go to the number 10, because the 10 is very, very significant. It has a lot of significance. Okay, you have 0, then you have 1 through 9, and then you have 10. Now, I'm going to show you a more accurate way the 10 can be shown. In fact, let me show you let me see if, see that? This is actually a more accurate representation of 10. Because what 10 really is the joining of matter and the metaphysical force of 0. Now, that means that 0 is in a physical form. And what that means is that 0 cannot exist without being in a physical form. And then once you have 0 in the physical form, that metaphysical force exists as well. Wherever there's the 0, there's going to be that metaphysical force. But 0 can exist as it exists in the beginning without having a physical body, matter, or anything. When it exists after the first instance, it has to be in physical form, meaning no number will ever start with 0. Every number always starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it'll be a 0. The 0 can never come first. And like I said, that means that 0 has to be in a physical form. And that metaphysical force will exist, when 0 exists in a physical form. I'm going to give you all an example of this. Our body. Our body has a left and a right side. And our body is balanced by our brain. So our brain in us would be the 0. Our brain is the 0. The 0 is in us. So yes, if you believe that 0 is God, which I do, mathematically, that means that God is in all of us, every living thing. And it's your brain. Now, I actually talked about this in the last video. Now, the brain is the 0, and the metaphysical force that exists is our consciousness. Our consciousness is something that's there, and it's vivid, it's powerful, but you can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't see it, you can't smell it. That's our consciousness is the metaphysical force of 0 in us, because our brain is the physical representation of the 0. Another example of 0 would be the sun, because the sun balances the 8 other planets. And 0 always is what balances things. That's the purpose. That's the primary purpose of 0, is to balance and to program. So the sun also has a metaphysical force of 0. I know for sure gravity is one of those forces, but it may have a 0 force beyond that I don't know of. Meaning the sun could be conscious as well. It may have a consciousness. That I have no way to prove. That's just my theory. But that's what, you get when you put the 0 and matter together. You get 0 in a physical form. So when I showed y'all the 111s, oh, I didn't even mention. Let me go back to the ones I showed y'all. Here we go. Let me go back to these ones. If y'all notice, when I lay the ones out like that, they form a right triangle. Now, the right triangle is not complete because I have to put this. Now, that's the complete right triangle. Y'all see the 0 with the line going through it. That is the 10. And it forms a right triangle. Now, just for, your own information, that tattoo I got right there, the C squared equals A squared plus B squared, actually gives you the measure, it's the formula for a right triangle. That's what the Pythagorean theory is the formula for a right triangle. So we could say our entire existence is based off of the right triangle in mathematical form. So the right triangle apparently is very, very important. Now, here's where it's going to get really, really interesting. Okay, that 10 I showed y'all that I said was 0 in its physical form. Okay, it does two things. Not only does, it control the programming for the matter, but it also maintains the balance. Because, okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is 0 in its physical form. But when you count 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 to 20, the 0 is back again doing the same thing as a 10. So now you have another one of these right triangles. And say you could put that right triangle right on top of the other one. But before I even get that far, let me tell you what the 10 is. Another thing that the 10 really is it pertains to our existence. What that metaphysical force of 0 merging with the matter means at the end of number 9. What that is a hydrogen atom. That's what the number 10 represents. The 0 is the proton and the 1 is the electron. The 0 being the metaphysical force that 0 represents, and the 1 representing the matter. Together, they form the hydrogen atom, the proton with 1 electron going around it. So, when you count to 20, and you add another 10 to it, now you have 2 protons and you have 2 electrons. So 20 is equal to the helium atom. Okay, you count to 30. Now you have 3 protons and 3 electrons. So you have the lithium atom. And this goes on. 40 would be beryllium, 50 would be boron, 60 would be carbon, 70 would be nitrogen, 80 would be oxygen, 90 would be fluorine, and 100 would be neon. Now, I don't know the significance of neon, but I have to assume that because you have 2 zeros now, instead of 1 0, something changes with neon. I don't know what it is. I'm probably going to need some serious math wizards and some serious programmers to really help me figure out the mathematics of all of this in order for me to take it to the next step, the next level. But that's what I really wanted y'all to see. That's what these numbers really mean, especially in the beginning. The first numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 100 are the first 10 elements. Now, the first 10 elements, I have a feeling, have a certain significance. Because then after neon, I think the next one is sodium, which would be 110. Now, also understand that we have certain types of numbers that may have a certain sort of, significance. Like say if you have the same number with no 0, like say if you have a 1111111 or 111 or 111111111 with no 0, those numbers may be significant. They may have some significant meaning, but I don't know what it would be. All I know is that they're matter that doesn't contain the presence of 0 in that metaphysical force. So, and then, other numbers that have, like, say if you have 111000111, those numbers may have significant meaning too. In fact, one number that I know for a fact that has significant meaning is a 1 with how many, whatever amount of zeros would make 100 trillion. I can't even remember. I think it's 12, if I'm not mistaken. that number is significant, 100 trillion, because 100 trillion atoms make up a cell and 100 trillion cells make up a human body. So that's two instances where 100 trillion are very, very important. Now, if you want to know how many atoms are in our body, you would have to multiply 100 trillion times 100 trillion. And no, I don't feel like doing it. I'm not. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do that yourselves to see how many atoms we actually have in our body. That would be a ridiculous number, I'm sure. But yeah, that's so. That's why these numbers are so significant. And like I said, every number is made up of 0 through 9. So everything in our existence comes from the 0 through 9, whatever that means in reality. Like I said, this is all the mathematics behind our existence. This isn't our existence. I'm showing you the mathematics and how to see it mathematically, what it really is. And I guess the main thing, that I want you to take from this video is that 0 in the beginning is everything that we describe God to be, other than God, we would assume, has a physical body, whereas 0 does not. But 0 has no beginning, no end. If all of the matter on both sides of 0 disappeared, that means our entire existence would disappear. But 0 will still be there. 0 will always be there because 0 has no beginning and no end. The 0, so let's say if all of the matter disappeared and only the 0 was there, that would just basically mean it would be nothingness in the sense of matter, but it wouldn't be nothingness because the 0's force is still there. So in a way, you can look at 0 as the beginning of infinity. And once you go to 1, and then infinity can go on with matter. But if no matter exists, then 0 is the beginning and the end of infinity, until more matter appears. And I'm assuming that the 0 may have something to do with matter appearing. And honestly, our existence, existences may come and go, like meaning everything may come to an end and start over. But the 0 will always be there to balance and program everything in existence. So remember, the 0, metaphysical, the force, in the beginning, no physical form, but in order for 0 and its metaphysical force to exist in the material world, it has to have a physical form. 0 has to take a physical form in order for its metaphysical force to exist. Also remember that all matter is enclosed within the 0's. All matter. Also remember that I just said the 0 can't exist without being in physical form. And those are and that when you count by tens, you get the elements or the atoms that make up our existence. 10 is hydrogen, 20 helium, 30 lithium. In fact, let me show y'all. I actually made it. And also, if you notice, I don't know if y'all can see this. This is, maybe I have to turn it the wrong way. This also forms a right triangle. I drew all of these as tens and put the names beside them. But that's what the first 10 atoms look like. So also, one last thing is that our entire existence is programmed using 0s and 1s from a mathematical perspective. Like I said, when you count, instead of, we use our number system to condense these 1s. But in reality, this is what 10 looks like. This is what 10 looks like in reality. This is 10. That's what 10 really looks like. And 10, like I said, is the hydrogen atom. And 20 of these is helium and, 30 lithium and so on. 80 oxygen, 100 neon. So, man, I hope that this all makes sense to y'all because math comes very easy to me. So it's easy for me to see these things. And I really, really want to share them and let y'all know this is the truth. This is our reality. All of this other stuff we've been told for thousands and thousands of years is a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of lies, falsehoods, deceptions. It's not the truth. This is the truth. This is mathematical. You cannot disprove math. That's why math exists. That's why we, Homo sapiens, can control the math. We have an understanding of math. We can utilize the math because our affinity with zero is 1,000,000 times stronger than any other creature. You know what I'm saying? Zero is in us 1,000,000 times stronger than anything else. So, we have that ability to understand the math, and we need to start using it to really understand these things, to really start understand, because the reality is the things are not what we think they are, and zero is no benevolent God. It's not. It definitely exists, and it's definitely real, and the force is real. I've talked in the last video, our consciousness is not the only metaphysical force of zero. Magnetism is a metaphysical force of zero. Gravity. I actually believe that gravity is a very powerful form of magnetism. I believe they're the same thing. Because one thing you have to understand is that all planets, all stars, everything has a metal core inside of it. And that metal core may be responsible for the magnetism, aka gravity, that holds the planets in place in terms of exerting that force of zero. You still need a physical form to have the force of zero. And it may be, like I said, the metal cores inside of the stars and planets that maintains that gravity through magnetism. All right, y'all, that's it, man. I hit y'all with so much. Man, please, y'all, like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please leave your thoughts, comments, questions. I'll answer anything. I'll respond to anything. I'm here to teach. I'm here to enlighten. I am the minister, Erskine Gibson, the modern day prophet. It's no joke. It's real. Because I have information that nobody else has ever had in the entire history of this world. Nobody can talk about the things I talk about. I'm the only one that can do it. So please, y'all, please support me. I'm begging for y'all support. I really need the smartest, brightest, most intelligent people that exist to come to my side and help me with this. Please help me get the truth out to people. Help me to enlighten the people so we can get rid of these lies and falsehoods and restart from a point of truth. And if we restart from a point of truth and knowledge and wisdom and intellect, we will go so much further. And we will do the things that we need to ensure our survival. The way we are now, we're destined to be destroyed because we're stupid and we're dumb and we have no real knowledge of anything. So yeah, y'all, I guess that's my little speech to go along with the video. But anyway, y'all, like I said, please share the video. Please share this for me, y'all. Thank you for watching the video. I love y'all. Everybody stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy. Peace.